The man had not eaten for 3 days. Coconuts were scattered all over the ground, but he could not open a single one. The old coconut shells were simply too hard. In the end, he relied on his sharp mind. He fashioned a legendary throwing knife. With his eyes closed, he hurled it nearly 8,000 meters away. A few minutes later, it struck perfectly in the back of his head. After gaining this powerful weapon, a bold idea formed in his mind. He actually set his sights on the animals near the lake. Following the same routine, he threw the magic blade again. He waited for a long time, but the large bird never fell. Sensing something was wrong, he quickly hid behind a tree. However, the knife seemed to have a tracking ability. Every time it hit his head with perfect accuracy. Eventually, he collapsed weakly onto the beach from hunger. At that moment, he noticed another old coconut. He lunged at it and tried to tear it open with his teeth. Even the strength from his armpits was put into the effort. But in the end, he still could not drink the coconut juice. He even lost 2 front teeth and 5 fingers. At this point, dark thoughts began to creep into his mind. Perhaps fate had not abandoned him yet. He unexpectedly discovered a massive crocodile egg by the lake. After making sure there was no immediate danger, he quickly stole this source of life. He could not wait to swallow it in one bite. But he soon realized it was a rotten egg. The baby crocodile had already hatched days earlier. Just then, the giant crocodile suddenly opened its eyes. To stay alive, he had no choice but to put the baby back into the shell. Otherwise, he would surely be torn apart by the beast. By now, he had gone 4 full days without food. Dizziness and hunger caused him to hallucinate. He mistook a wasp nest in the tree for toasted bread. His small tongue was already eager to taste it. But when he broke it open, it was nothing but a wasp nest. While fleeing, he was tripped by a giant python and fell into the water. By pure accident, he ended up right back in front of the crocodile. At that moment, he decided to risk everything. With tears in his eyes, he swallowed a clump of premium dried worms. Immediately after eating, he felt full of energy. He prepared to start a fire by rubbing wood to cook some meat. Both palms rubbed the wooden stick at high speed. Before long, smoke actually began to rise. There was even the smell of grilled meat in the air. Upon closer inspection, his hands were already badly burned. Terrified, he rushed into the water to put out the heat. In the end, he came up with a clever plan to get free food. He hid inside a bird nest and waited for the mother bird to feed him. Unfortunately, after waiting a long time, not a single feather appeared. Misfortune continued to pile up. He was struck by a once-in-a-century typhoon. In an instant, he was blown flat onto the ground. When he woke up the next day, he discovered a cave nearby. It looked like someone had been there before. They had even left behind a large fat sheep. He immediately pulled out his throwing knife, ready to feast. But suddenly, a new idea crossed his mind, and he put the knife